Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to do another period video. Who's excited? So I am super excited to be bringing you this video because this is a video that I have been waiting a long time to do, and I've also been kind of dangling it in front of your guys' faces for months now. I started talking to Dear Kates a while back about doing a review for them, and it just took a while to get the products to me. So I apologize about that, but can't be helped. It's out of my control, but I'm excited because I have the product now. Now, I did get these products from Dear Kates about 2-3 months ago. The reason why it took me an extra month and a half to do this review and to share this with you is because I just wanted to make sure for sure I was like 100% on my feelings about this product before I did this video. So I did use these products for 2 periods, and I had a month in between those periods to kind of just really think about what I wanted to say in this video. So if you're not familiar with Dear Kates is a company that produces reusable period products. Unlike other companies I've tried, Dear Kates makes pants, actual pants that you can freely bleed into or use as a backup for a tampon, cup, whatever type of product you'd like to use on top of that. I would suggest, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat, unless you are lightly bleeding, like at the end of your period, or you're using a cup or a sponge or a tampon, I would not wear these just by themselves. On top of leggings, they also do make reusable period panties, which they sent me a reusable period thong. This is what it looks like. They do carry all different kinds of underwear as well, though. They don't just have thongs. They have boy shorts, they have high rise, they have low rise, they have bikini cut. I'm not quite sure why she sent me the thong. I think it's because I mentioned maybe possibly trying to wear the period panties with the leggings, because you can do that to double up just in case. And I think she probably was thinking, underwear lines if I had regular ones. The price range for their underwear is $38 for a hipster, $44 for a full brief, which I feel like $44 is a lot of money, I'm not gonna lie. They have one thong that's on sale for $24 from $32, which again, I don't know. And then $36 for a hipster mini, and then $40, $38, $36. So you're talking about $32 to $44, it looks like, in the price range for their underwear. Their price range is a little bit high, I think, for certain products, but again, if you think about it as these being reusable and something that you can use in ongoing periods, the cost of having this versus buying throwawayable products and what that is doing to the environment, it all kind of evens out. So I will say though, in regards to the underwear, compared to other period underwear that I've reviewed that I think is really functional and really great, it's a little bit pricey. In regards to their pants, those are even more expensive. Now, I'm not gonna say that these pants are too expensive, because as you guys know, I like Lululemon pants because of their warranty and because they're good quality and I feel good in them and they make me look good, so I will spend a pretty penny when it comes to like outerwear, like the pants and stuff like that. Their pants range anywhere from $99 to $109. The $109 ones are the full length, and then the yoga crop Go Commando pants are $99. Again, I think that is pretty on point for their price point. I'm not gonna complain about that because I have Lululemon pants that cost more than that. These again are replacing your period products that you would usually be throwing away and replacing monthly. So I'm not gonna complain about the price, about the leggings, but again, the underwear, I just wish their price point was just a little bit lower, just a little bit. I feel like $44 is just a little obscene for a pair of period underwear. And that's just my personal opinion, because I know of other affordable underwear out there. With that being said though, I'm gonna skip now to the clips of me going through my period from last month. I also have one short clip at the end showing you guys me using the thong from this period, so 2 periods in one video, because again, I just wanted to make sure that I had all my ducks in a row before I made this video and all of my opinions were solid, just because this is the most expensive period product I've reviewed so far, and I just really wanted to be in-depth and honest with you guys. Because it is such an investment if you choose to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna skip to those clips right now. As you guys know, if you've been following my videos or if you've seen just a couple of them, I do show my real period blood, the clots, all of that stuff. Some people don't like that. If you don't, I will leave a link underneath this video for you to skip to the end for all of my opinions about and final, thoughts on the product and whether or not I feel like it's worth it. And if you do want to check out those clips, then please be patient with me. I know I'm kind of being repetitive in those clips to what I am sharing at the end, but I just want to make sure I'm sharing the same information for those who do not want to see all the blood and whatnot. So quick edit, I wanted to insert this. As I was sitting here editing this video, I realized that the first couple of clips out of my like period real time footage, I feel like you guys should watch. So before you skip to the link underneath here, watch these next clips and then click that link before I show the blood, because I think that it's helpful, and it was like me and my first reaction to putting on the pants, and my reaction was quite strong. So watch these next clips of me in the pants and then skip to the end with the link underneath there if you don't want to see blood. Day 1 of my period. I actually started my period a couple hours ago. I was getting a massage with a friend, and I'm so happy that I thought to put period panties on today because I started my period about 3 days early. With that being said, I came home and I immediately put on my Dear Kate's leggings, and I will say that I've already worn the black and white print ones. I wore them out in public, and I will say that I felt super uncomfortable. Here's why. I will show you. So I'm wearing the gray ones right now because I don't like the printed ones. I tried to wear them out in public and I just didn't like them, but I'm wearing the gray ones right now, and I will show you a few reasons why off the bat I'm not a fan of these aesthetic wise. Okay? Not period like bleeding into it wise, but aesthetically this is why. Starting off, they don't look terrible, right? Like, you're just a first glance, they don't look terrible. What I don't like is this seam, and I don't know how you would get rid of that. Because that is where the pad is like right here. Then there's this padding seam here, that big V, which is just, to me, I don't know, it just looks like my vagina is on display. Like, you can't see my vagina, but the way it's seamed out, it's like, there's my vagina. Like, that's how I feel when I see that. Also, if I'm not standing with my legs apart, if I do this, it's not camel toe. Hold on, I don't know if I can get closer. Let me just turn you this way. When I do this, it's definitely not camel toe that you're seeing, because that's not camel toe, but the padding is creasing in there. It honestly looks like my clitoris is showing. Like, that's what that looks like. That's not my clitoris. It's all of the padding smushed together, but doesn't it like legit looks like that. So standing legs apart, okay, but again, it just looks like, hey, there's my vagina. Standing together, oh, there's a big clitoris just like staring at you. Even when my legs aren't together, you can still kind of see it right there, because it's like I haven't like smoothed out the padding down there. So I don't know. There it is. See, it's just hanging there. Hey, look at that little dippy thing. I don't know how to fix that. I can't sit here and say like, oh, Dear Kate's needs to change this and then that would go away. I don't know what the solution is. But right off the bat, I mean, there's gotta be a better way. Like, that is just, there's gotta be a better way. The whole purpose of these leggings is to be able to feel free and out there and like you're not on your period. But when I'm in these pants looking at my vagina full on display and this pad on my butt, all I keep thinking about is my period. What do you think of my pants that I'm wearing?
They look nice. Why?
Like, everywhere. What do you think?
What?
Just like, okay, so, and you don't like,
I don't understand.
You don't notice anything, they don't look bad in any way. You're looking straight at my vagina right now.
Yeah, because usually you complain about like a vagina issue. Oh wait, do that again. Oh yeah. It looks like you have like a labia.
I told you. Alright guys, so a little change of scenery. We're in the basement bathroom. Kaya's taking a bath upstairs. But I want to do my check-in with my pants. So if you can get past the insecurity of having a fabric clitoris hanging out down there, and the like pad stitched out on your butt. These are actually quite comfortable. I will say, however, right now I'm feeling very uncomfortable because I can feel all the wetness. So the pants for me, unless I hike them up to the point where I have camel toe and they're up my ass crack, the pants hang and sit a little bit below. They're not snug with my vagina. So what's happening is I just sat for an hour and a half at dinner with my family after going to my daughter's kindergarten registration thing, and after getting up and bleeding that whole time, it suddenly was very moist. And I hate using that word. You guys know how much I hate that word, but I don't like, that's how gross it feels, is moist, you know. Ugh, hate that word. So now when I walk and I get up, I can feel it. I can feel it. Like, it's not up there. Like, the underwear is kind of nice because when you stand up, it's kind of still stuck underneath there, so you don't really feel the moisture, in my opinion. But with these leggings, the second you stand up, you feel it all on the inside. I can also feel that it's, like, not wet on the outside, like, feeling it, like, right here. I can feel, though, that it's, like, gonna be wet at some point. You know what I mean? Like, I can feel the wetness, even though it's not wet on my hand. Does that make sense? I don't know how. You could just, yeah. So I'm gonna see what's going on down here. I don't have any leaking through, however. It's just I don't like it because there's just like a wet piece of cloth down there that sometimes is rubbing on my inner thigh or up in my vagina. It's just not comfortable. So let's check in. So because these pants have a black liner in them, they all do, you can't really see a whole ton, but there's the blood you can see. There's, you know, the fresh blood is that probably that glistening part, and then the darker blood that's spread out. It's traveled back there all the way to almost to the seam, and it's traveled pretty far up, so probably about right here. So that's what we're working with. Again, I can feel that if I probably wore these without any tampon or cup for much longer, I think I probably would have started soaking through. I've had them on without anything else assisting them for almost 3 hours on my first day of my period. So I don't think I would suggest these for a long day without a cup or a tampon, that's for sure. Now, because I did this with the pad test that I did last month, I want to see what happens when I press toilet paper up against this. That's actually respectable. That's not bad. There's not a whole ton of transfer. It's not bad. That's not bad. All right, so I don't really feel like wearing these leggings anymore. As odd as that sounds, with the period panties, I didn't mind putting back on dirty or wet ones. But because these sag a little bit and it's like touching, not touching, touching, not touching, it's really uncomfortable. So I'm actually gonna take these off. Also, like I said, I think I'm almost about to soak through them anyways. So 3 hours of wear without any cup, without any tampon, and I'm gonna say that these are ready to be washed and put away. If you're gonna wear them any longer when you're moderate to heavy bleeding, I would wear something else with it, or just know that you're only gonna last a couple hours in these pants, which totally makes sense. Even period underwear, I don't wear those for hours on end when I'm heavy bleeding. I wear a cup or I wear a backup with it. So yeah, I'm gonna change out of these though right now. All right, guys, so I wasn't planning on showing this, but I feel like I need to. And I'm only saying I wasn't planning on it because this is like a week, like a month later. This is like a second period that I'm on in these. But look at all of that blood and clotting that the thong caught. It feels a little bit wet on the other side, but it's not leaking through. This is probably the capacity, like maximum capacity that I could get out of this. I was wearing this for about, I'm gonna say 5 hours. So that is a lot. And as you can see, the pants, the Dear Kate's pants, are still fine. But again, I wasn't planning on showing this. I'm actually in the month following that, those last clips. This is a month later. Like I explained earlier, I just wanted to make sure I had all of my opinions. Like, I wanted to make sure I was like 100% about everything I wanted to say about these pants and the Dear Kate's products before I did this. But that's that Thong performs well. Alright guys, so if you watch those clips, you would have seen that I have very mixed emotions about these products. First, let's start off with the leggings, because I know that's like what everybody is wondering about right off the bat. I know you guys are like, what do you think? What do you think? They sent me 3 pairs of leggings. They sent me some plain gray ones with some mesh detailing in the back of the leg. They also sent me these like galaxy ones, also have mesh in the back of the leg, like the back of the knee. And then also these black and gray and white, like camo, almost look like print ones, again with the mesh in the back of the knees. Right off the bat, quality wise, I think that they are very well made and constructed. I don't think they're gonna fall apart on you after just 1 or 2 washes. I've washed these now 3 times and they are staying pretty much in shape. I will say that there was slight fading in the Galaxy pants, just a tiny bit after I washed them. I'm not quite sure why. Everything else held up perfectly fine. I think they're very high quality. I don't like the prints. I'm gonna just flat out just say that I don't like the prints. I explained this in those clips. When I'm on my period, I don't want to be noticed. Like when I'm on my period, the last thing I want is for people to be looking at my lower half. Like, look up here all you want, don't look at my lower half. Like it's not something, you know, I'm on my period. I don't want people to be looking at my butt or be more attracted to looking at that area. I feel like these prints are so loud and obnoxious that that's like, I just stand out like a sore thumb, and that's like like I said, the last thing I want when I'm bleeding. Also, because of the cut of where they put the pad, as you can see, the crotch area, this is where the butt is, and then this is the front to this V right here. When I wear them, that is very noticeable. And in their defense, I'm not sure how you would get away with not having a seam like that. I don't know if it means like making the pant thicker and double layering it and then having maybe only the stitching of the insert right here on the inner line like layer. I don't know if that would fix that, but it's just very distracting to have this like pad seam on the bottom of every single one. When you're standing there, you just see this huge circle out the butt, and then when you're standing in the front, you just see a big V in the front. John said it perfectly when I was like pointing out, I was kind of annoyed by it. The gray, you can see it a little bit more. It's almost like the shape of your vulva on your pants. Like, there's my vulva, and then there's my butthole kind of thing. I can get past that though, especially with these pants, the gray ones, because they're so neutral. And again, not a lot of people will be like looking at my pants. But in regards to these really like busy prints, that's all I could stare at, was just like picking apart the entire pant. So print wise, I feel like they could come out with a lot more neutral prints. I would have loved to see a lighter gray print on their website. Even though, you know, you're bleeding into this product, the pad down here, you know, if it does its job, it wouldn't matter if it was a lighter gray. I would love a lighter gray pant. I would also have loved to have been sent a plain black pair of pants. I know that they do sell them on their website, but if you knew me, I only like to wear solid colors on my bottom. And again, even when I do wear prints, it's never gonna be when I'm on my period, and it's not gonna be these busy of prints. Also, they have seams because of that mesh part back there. They have seams that run across the thigh area right here. Like, it's right into my thigh. So when I sit down or when I do squats or I do anything for that matter, this seam actually cuts into my thigh, and it's weird. You can like see it, like, because it's indenting into my thigh. And then on the butt area, I would have really loved for this seam right here to have come up more and to have more of a high waistband. I think that would have been more flattering on the butt. I mean, if you're gonna already put this like pad seam here, it'd be nice if your butt looked banging in these pants. And again, I think the butt would have looked a lot nicer if they would have made this in like a higher rise with this like arch right here arching up a little bit more. Or that's what would make your butt look really round and really good looking. I mean, if they're gonna be looking there anyways, maybe having a nice round tushy would distract you from that like pad seam. And yeah, that's kind of what you see in Old Navy's leggings. That's what you see in Lululemon's leggings, you know. Yeah, so that's all the things that bothered me design-wise and just looks-wise of these pants. Now let's go into how they worked. They work really well. I'm not gonna lie. I really did like these leggings for my period. I felt completely comfortable freely bleeding in them towards the end of my period when I was really light, and then when I was really heavy, I felt amazing just having my cup in and then wearing these gray ones when I would have to go out to the store or to the gym. I loved all of those things. And they do hold quite a bit of blood, just as much as period underwear does. But again, I just wish the design was a little bit better and the color selection was a little bit better, because this is just too much for me. That's my opinion about the leggings. They are not the greatest to run in during the warmer months. I will say that. I did a jog in them once and I was so sweaty and my ass was so sweaty. I would suggest these for like winter fall running or when it's cooler out. Period wise, they work really well. Again though, I would suggest using it as a backup. So whether you're using a period thong with it, if you don't like panty lines, or a pair of period underwear with them, or using a cup, a tampon, a sponge, whatever, or a disc, whatever your choice is for internal period products, I would definitely use that when you're heavy with these, not just these by themselves, or you are gonna feel wet down there after a couple hours and you're gonna have to wipe and eventually they will leak through, because I pushed it to its limits and it will eventually leak through. Do I think these are worth $99? Hell yeah, I do. You know why? Because they are a full legging pant. You can go to the gym instead of having to wear a pad. You can go to the gym with one of these on your light days. You can go to the gym with your tampon in or whatever in and not worry about leaking while you're doing your squats. Like, I definitely think that these are worth $99 if you can find a pair in a print that you like. Again though, just be aware that you do have that butt seam and the crotch seam. That's all. So I do think these are worth $99. I do think that it's worth having a pair just to kind of have in your collection. Again, I would have loved a little bit of a higher waistband just for the way that it would make your butt look, and also to hold in that belly bloat. Sometimes for me, having kind of something snug up against my bloat helps. I'm not sure if that's for everybody, but it does for me. But yeah, I do think these are worth $99, $109. I think they're worth it. Now moving on to the thong, as you saw if you watched my reel clips, the thong actually outperformed any expectation I had for it. I mean, here you're talking about a thong, something that goes up your butt crack, is a little string that like barely holds in anything. Well, it does hold in a lot of blood. This one especially, it is made out of the same kind of bikini fabric as the Thinx underwear, which you guys know drives me insane. I hate those underwear. I do not promote Thinx underwear anymore just because of their practices with me in the very beginning of reviewing their products, and also the fact that their underwear was so expensive and kept falling apart, and their new underwear still falls apart according to some of you guys. All of my underwear from Thinx are just falling to shreds and it just drives me insane, even the ones that I bought. So I don't like this big like bathing suit fabric, but for the thong I don't mind as much. It's more of the full bottomed ones, and that's only because jeans and any type of pants tend to slip down your butt more when you have this slippery fabric. I prefer just cotton, but this thong in general was amazing. It held so much blood. Like I said, if you saw that clip, it held a ton of blood, a ton of my blood clots. Like, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. If you needed to wear a thong on a very light period day, this would be the thong for you. If you have a lot of discharge during some part of the month, like when I'm ovulating, I have discharge like crazy, so I will wear my period thongs or my period panties during that time as well, even though I'm not bleeding, just so that I don't have any, you know, of my discharge like getting into my pants or my dresses or on furniture. You know, it's not always pleasant being a woman, let's just say that. But yeah, I will wear thongs. It was super comfortable. Out of all the period thongs I own, out of all the thongs in general I own, this was the most comfortable thong I have ever put on in my life. I will probably purchase a couple of these, even though the price point is so high. I really do love this thong. I wish they would come down a little bit on the price point. Even a $28 price point would make me really happy on this, or even a $30. $32 seems and feels like a lot for these underwear, but if you bought this thong for $32, you won't be disappointed. I really do love it. Design-wise, I wish that there was not this multicolored trim, and I'm only saying that because it kind of sticks out underneath some of my lighter printed leggings, especially my Lululemon ones that are a little bit on the thinner side. When I squat, you can definitely see that bright blue trim around it. I wish they would have done like an all black or an all beige. They might have that on their website, but they sent me this one with the bright colors around it. I'm not quite understanding all the bright colors. I get that they're fun, but for somebody my age, somebody who is more a little bit laid back and again doesn't want a lot of attention down there while she's bleeding down there, I would just prefer more neutral colors that would go along with the rest of my wardrobe. So yeah, but it is a great thong. If the thong performs this well, I have no doubt that the rest of their underwear performs really well. However, I cannot speak to that because I have not tried it. I've only tried the thong, but the thong is pretty amazing. And if you are old enough to know which song I was just referencing, awesome. If you're too young, then I feel really old. Yeah, that is my final opinion on the Dear Kates. I like them a lot, but I also don't like them. There's a lot of aspects that I do really like about the pants. They are not my first choice, however. I would rather just wear a cup and a period thong with my regular leggings. If I really was being truthfully honest, I would just be more happy and feel like I looked my best with my regular leggings, a period thong, and a cup in. But you can't go wrong with those leggings if you don't mind the design aspects that bothered me. The thong, I love the thong. I love the thong. You cannot go wrong with that thong. I am a little bit sad that I didn't get to try the Dear Kates leggings in black. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit salty. And that's only because I wonder if I wouldn't have noticed some of those design flaws as much with an all black pant. So if you are like me and you don't like a lot of print, you're willing to invest $99, $109 plus tax in a pair of these leggings, I would highly suggest going towards the black pair or the gray pair, just so that that crotch gusset pad thing is not so noticeable. I think that would be a good thing to do. Thank you again, everybody, for the suggestions for the Dear Kate things. Thank you for emailing them, because if it weren't for you guys emailing them, I don't think they would have sent these products to me, and I've been dying to try them for a long time, and I'm happy I can finally say that I did. I'm happy I found another period thong that I really like. And yeah, if you have any other suggestions for other cups, please let me know down below, or any other type of contraption that's related to period products. I've really been enjoying doing these videos. You guys know I've kind of poured my heart and soul into them for the last year and a half, 2 years. My Diva Cup video has gotten over 2 million views, which I think is like mind-blowing, because when I made that video and was sitting on my toilet showing you guys my blood, the last thing I ever imagined was that over 2 million people would have viewed that. And it's a little overwhelming, but really exciting, because I'm really glad to be able to have a platform to normalize periods and to share period products and all natural period products for other women my age or older or younger, for my daughter's futures. I'm really excited that I have that. So thank you guys, I really appreciate it. And if you have any products you'd like me to try out, leave those below, tag me, hashtag. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Again, it's a little bit helpful if you guys contact the company as well through one of those outlets and let them know about me, because it's kind of hard sometimes to break through the PR wall to get to them, and buying a bunch of period products gets really expensive for me. Not that I'm not willing to do that, but nothing has come along that's excited me enough. Although you guys really want me to try the Ziggy cup, and I think I will, or the Ziggy disc, or whatever it is. I think I will, just because I love you guys. I think I owe you that. So maybe I will do that next month. Let me know below if you want to see that. Give this video a thumbs up. Yeah, make sure to check out all of my other period videos. I will leave a link to that playlist underneath this video. I will leave links to Dear Kate's underneath this video, and I will talk to you guys all in my next video. Video. Oh, and subscribe if you want to see more. I forgot to say that, but yeah.